Today on Fresno State Focus, we'll meet the student Fresno's Chamber of Commerce named Entrepreneur of the Year and her inspiring story.
Plus, we'll see how one professor is taking his passion for theater to prison. Hello and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Luisa Marquez.
And I'm Chloe Nakagawa.
One Fresno State student is turning her dreams into reality. Reporter Abigail Martin tells us about a young entrepreneur who's being acknowledged in the community for her work in photography.
At first glance, Senior Ro Barunda is your typical college student. But how many students can say they've started their own business? Barunda is owner and founder of Rotography, which she began in 2012. It all started for Barunda when she was asked to photograph a live music event.
Never messed with the DSLR. This was the first time I purchased one, and I was like, I want to do this, I want to try this.
Barunda perfected her trade working for the Collegian as a photographer and photo editor. In January, she was contracted with USA Today as a sports photography editor and has already worked on big projects.
I was able to work with stock images of the Olympics. I also worked on games like the Warriors, the Chicago Bulls, Miami Heat.
Most recently, Barunda was awarded the College Entrepreneur of the Year award by the Greater Fresno Area Chamber of Commerce.
This young woman stated on her application, I never wanted to be an entrepreneur because I didn't want to fail, until I found something I truly enjoyed.
Ro, along with other awards recipients, their families, and local business owners, gathered here at the Fresno Convention Center to celebrate over lunch. Barunda's mother was overjoyed during the award ceremony.
No, I'm just so proud of her. Like I said, because she a lot of it she did on her own, without, coming to mom and dad she really did on her own. So.
Even Fresno State President Joseph Castro joined the celebration. On stage, Barunda had a little fun with the crowd.
Yeah, I have to do this because I'm a photographer, so I'm going to take a picture of you guys. Okay, thank you.
Barunda did not go without thanking the program that helped her develop Rotography.
I'd also like to thank the Lyle Center for great mentors, Mark, Nelson, Dr. Labore, Dr. Tim Stearns, for investing in time with me every time I knock on their doors.
The center supplied her with her very own office and the equipment needed to pursue her dreams, and continues to aid Fresno State students every semester. Abigail Martin, Fresno State Focus.
Fresno State professor Thomas Ellis teaches theater by day, but every Thursday night, Ellis takes his lessons to Chowchilla Women's Prison. Reporter Alalee Mercado brings us the story.
Thomas Ellis, a drama professor at Fresno State, is well known for his theater classes and plays. As the only professor who teaches black theater, Thomas Ellis has also taken another role in becoming a professor that teaches drama courses at the Chowchilla Women's Prison facility.
I'm working on a series of drama workshops. We're walking them through some individual monologues. They're going to eventually determine how good they're going to be, and we will do a performance in a couple of months.
Every Thursday night, he takes time out of his day to drive 30 minutes north to be available to his students in Chowchilla. Some of his current Fresno State students had no idea their teacher was involved at a prison.
I think imprisonment is kind of enslavement for women or anybody locked behind bars, so that's kind of a positive thing that he's doing. I'm proud of him.
With every rehearsal that goes by, Ellis has noticed how much these women are appreciating the drama courses.
Here because the inmates are much more focused, not like in college where you have a lot of distractions. You're thinking about pizza, thinking about your cell phone, trying to tweet somebody. That doesn't happen on the inside. In the inside, they're focused, they're serious. You give them their assignment, they come back a week later, they have their material down.
Not only is Thomas Ellis committed to teach these women, he's also looking for student volunteers to help him at the prison.
I was looking for volunteers, and based on my desire to help people, I'm a criminology minor. I think it'd be a great idea for everyone to get together and go down and teach these women how to act, work in rehabilitation and stuff like that.
If anyone would like to volunteer with Thomas Ellis at the facility, or for more information, contact him at area code 323-620-0132. Alalee Mercado, Fresno State Focus.
So did you know there's a way of getting from here to there in Fresno? It's called UberX. It's a car service similar to a taxi, except the driver uses their personal cars.
Private cars are the most popular mode of transportation, but there's a new way of getting around. It's called UberX, the newest car service to make its way to Fresno.
We got involved with Uber because I've gone to the Bay Area and I know it's really popular out there. And so I tried it out a few times, and when I found out it was coming to Fresno, I decided to give it a shot and see what it's all about. And I actually glad I've done that because I'm having a good time.
He says drivers are available any time of the day or night. The first step to becoming an UberX passenger is downloading the app on your smartphone. You'll need to enter a credit card. Once it's verified, you're ready to go. In a matter of seconds, your location appears on the app, and a nearby driver will come pick you up.
So, having a car that broke down, living in Fresno has forced me to try all sources of transportation. I've taken the city bus, I've had to walk to work, I've caught rides, I've had to call taxis, but Uber is definitely by far the best choice I've made so far.
Need a ride? There's an app for that. UberX is the latest car service to hit Fresno. All you need to do is go to your mobile app store and download. They're fast, friendly, and affordable. They notify you as soon as they're on their way, and it usually takes less than 7 minutes.
UberX is a relatively new concept in Fresno. So new that some of the cab drivers we talk to aren't even aware the service exists. Those who do know about it say, you can always tell when an UberX driver is in our parking lot because of the blue glowing view in their windows. You can download the UberX app on iPhones and Androids. I'm Alexis Godot, and this is Fresno State Focus.
Downtown Fresno's art scene comes to life the first Thursday of every month for Art Hop. Reporter Blanca Juarez was there to talk with art lovers and artists about what art means to them.
Local artists showcase their work during Art Hop. This free event brings people together not just for the arts and the music. It's a good reminder that Fresno has good things to offer. For Eric Hart, Art Hop is an event that allows him to meet new people and feel proud of living in Fresno.
It reminds me that Fresno has its strong points. It reminds me that Fresno is not that bad of a place. And it's because of people like this. Fresno's a great place to live.
Hart says he likes the exposure the artists get and the fact that they can connect one-on-one. Frank Delgado, the executive director of Arte Americas, says for him it is interesting how people interpret the artworks. He also likes that people can interact with the artists.
It's been very nice to be able to talk with the artists and to ask them what they like about it. So they actually get a chance to watch people engage with their artwork.
Art Hop showcases many types of arts and crafts. People can enjoy a variety of things from paintings, musicians, sculptures, and even handmade jewelry.
This mural behind us was painted by local artists, including Pete Valdez, who knew he wanted to be an artist since he was young.
Valdez says Art Hop is a good way of breaking people out of their comfort zone.
People out from Fresno and the surrounding cities and just kind of giving them the feel of art, just putting them in a different place. That's not Fresno.
Valdez encourages students to attend Art Hop and see how they can contribute and get involved with the art world. Blanca Juarez, Fresno State Focus.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, it is the race for the presidency. We'll interview current student body president Moses Menchaca and his two opponents.
Plus, we'll hear about the new club on campus that helps students get involved. All that when we come back.
So you decided to go to Fresno State. Good for you. But you were too insecure to show Fresno State pride? That's a problem. Because you never bothered to show pride in your school, you are shunned by other students. Professors can smell the stench of impending failure on you and take no pity. Even the mass communication students agree you have no future. But all of this could have been avoided if you simply showed your pride for Fresno State.
I am Fresno State.
Fresno State pride. Show it or face the consequences.
ASI elections are less than 2 weeks away. Voting for the 4 executive and 15 senator positions will open March 25th at 9 in the morning. Students collected signatures to run for a position. They needed 25 signatures for the Senate and 50 for an executive office. Executive officers are required to work 20 hours a week and receive pay this year. Jared Bertoni and Lisbeth de la Cruz will run against current President Moses Menchaca. Last year, Menchaca won with 47% of the total vote. All 3 candidates running for student body president are here in the studio today. Chloe has more on their campaigns. Chloe?
Thanks, Luisa. Candidates Lisbeth de la Cruz, Jared Bertoni, and current President Moses Menchaca are here to tell us about their plans for the election. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so you guys have been going from club to club, just campaigning. Can we hear a little bit about your campaign? Jared, we'll start with you.
Yeah, for me, like you said, just meeting point of contacts, going to any clubs and organizations I can, reaching out to them, and just encouraging students to vote because this is ASI student government and is shared governance. So.
Yes, great. And Elizabeth?
Same thing for me. No matter who the students vote for, we just want to encourage students to get involved with ASI and the campus itself. But we would like for the students to vote for whoever's going and campaigning for each individual club and organization.
Okay, great. And Moses, what about you?
Same, likewise, and I wanted to thank you, Chloe, as well as Fresno State Focus for giving students the opportunity to see all 3 candidates to make an informed decision.
Okay, and Moses, this is your 2nd year running. So what's this year? How are you differing yourself this year from last year?
Well, I think the biggest difference is the experience level and the fact that there won't be any transitional curve if reelected. One of the most important things that are going on right now is a lot of change within the vice president's positions as well as ensuing changes that are to come. And I think one of the things that I can provide if reelected is to make sure that ASI and the student voice is one of the first things and the first impressions that the new vice presidents get when they step on this campus.
Great, that's great. So, and you two are the newer ones running for candidacy, so let's hear a little bit about how you're going to be different from the past presidents. Jared?
Yeah, I actually have ASI background as well. I started as a freshman when I came in on different ASI committees, currently serve as a student senator on the student senate now. But for me, it's definitely going to be balancing the administration and students. I think that past presidents have focused a little bit on administration, which is very, very crucial and very important to serve students, but making myself available and accessible and having that office be available and accessible to students first and foremost.
Elizabeth?
The same thing. I understand that ASI has to work with administration, but it is funded for the students, so I just want to work more with the students. It's my first semester trying to get into any position for ASI, and thanks to Moses, I got to hear more about the ASI positions, so that's what I want to focus on.
Okay, great. And I know presidency, that's a really huge responsibility, and I just want to thank all of you guys for being here. So we have been talking to Lisbeth de la Cruz, Jared Bertoni, and Moses Menchaca about the upcoming ASI presidential election, and thank you all for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you. Luisa?
Thank you. There's a little-known club on campus that's dedicated to helping students find their place. The campus involvement ambassadors are located upstairs in the USU and were created to help students get involved in campus clubs. Students fill out an involvement interest form and mark their hobbies. Then ambassadors make a list of that students' top 5 clubs based on their application. Instead of wasting time sporting through their 300 clubs on campus, students can choose the perfect club and get involved. There's a SOT.
Probably the best part about being in Campus Involvement Ambassadors is that I get to help students find their niche on campus. I get to help share my own personal experiences with getting involved with the students.
18th at 10 a.m. is Eric Pendosis.
No, I think it could be Monday, but I think I have a...
We'll talk after this. interested in scheduling an appointment with an ambassador can go to the Student Involvement website, click Involvement, and fill out an interest form.
Interested in scheduling an appointment with an ambassador can go to the Student Involvement website, click Involvement, and fill out an interest form. Fresno State is more comfortable talking about eating disorders after attending an event sponsored by the Health Center. Marilyn Cowley tells us it was all in honor of National Eating Disorders Awareness Week.
Fresno State student Roberto Couto is one of more than 100 students who went through the screening process. Couto did it for extra credit.
And they provided really good instructions. They brought me to a room where I can talk about, my past experiences with obesity, and it was very nice to show that it was really comfort. And if someone who had an eating disorder, it would be really beneficial for them.
Students learned about binge eating, anorexia, bulimia, and the newest term, drunkorexia, restricting food combined with alcohol abuse. The main message of this event was you do not have to look like you have an eating disorder to have one.
According to the National Eating Disorders Association, 20 million women and 10 million men suffer from an eating disorder at some point in their life. However, only 1 in 10 are treated.
Fresno State student Macy DeCudo says body image is a serious issue for college students. She says the media creates unrealistic expectations of what a woman or man should look like.
I was actually looking at a picture today about a woman who was smaller than me, and she's considered plus size, and I'm like, oh, that's just so heartbreaking, because if she's plus size, then I must be morbidly obese. So I think it's just getting worse for the girls, and especially even the boys now in for the generation to come.
Eating Disorders Awareness event is one of the many events that the Health Center puts on to help students feel comfortable opening up.
And that's part of the event too. We want students to come to the Student Health Center so they know, it's not too scary to meet with one of us.
It is a meeting that could save a life. Marilyn Cowley, Fresno State Focus.
Next month, the Health Center will host an anxiety screening featuring speakers Kevin Hines. Hines jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge in an attempt to commit suicide. He is one of only 34 people to survive.
Fashion Week is getting ready for its 4th annual fashion show. Models will walk the runway on April 5th at the Satellite Student Union. This year's theme is Fashion Through the Ages. The collection will take audience members through the 1920s up to modern-day fashion. Fashion Inc. President Mandy Cloy says they've made a lot of changes this year.
We have 6 student designers showcasing their work. We also have 2 performances from a girls' dance club on campus. We also have Dr. Castro as our guest speaker.
Is run by fashion merchandising students who hope to gain experience in the industry. They are expecting more than 300 people. Local boutiques like Stella Laguna and Julia Vogue will also be a part of this year's show. Fresno State students get in for free. Coming up in sports, from fitness to fun, we'll take a look at all Fresno State intramural sports and what they have to offer.
Plus, the Fresno State cheer team shares what goes into preparing for a competition. Stay tuned. Sports with Mike Sanchez is up next.
I am Fresno State, and I'm going to show you why. Here's the beautiful and newly constructed Henry Madden Library, which has a massive collection. The Save Mart Center, which is our sports venue and one of the best attended in the entire country. We're absolute pioneers in the agricultural sciences, having led to the production of the first university winery and drawing in a diversity of students to achieve academic success over the past 100 years. And I wish I had time to tell you about everything else, but in reality, I think you're just going to have to come see for yourself.
I am, and always will be.
Let's head over to Mike Sanchez for all our sports updates. Mike?
Lisa and Chloe, the intramural games are on.
Jody Parkinson takes us to the gym to find out about the year-round athletic events.
Competition, friends, and fun. Fresno State students are teamed up and playing in the intramural sports program. Player Austin Radke heard about his team through his fraternity and says that he comes to socialize and get fit.
It gives us the opportunity to come out and just have a healthy competition among Fresno State students, kind of get to know each other on a different level, and then also the obvious athletic aspect, we're going out and we're working out for a good hour, so that's always nice.
Radke would recommend intramural sports and says his favorite part about the program is the competition. We can see how recreational activities like intramurals can really benefit students, but how would an interested student find out more information on how to participate and join in on the action? Well, look no further than the Student Recreation Center. The intramural coordinator, Laren Mundell, says once the students are inside, they can visit the Member Services Office to find out what else intramurals has to offer.
We provide kind of a well-being, a good, safe place to be able to come and have fun. You see so many of our intramural participants that'll come early before their game and stay late just because they've made friends and they want to be here and they want to watch.
Intramurals offers traditional sports like basketball and soccer and non-traditional sports like ultimate frisbee and ping pong. A student official and referee, Corey Ventura, says the 3 competitive divisions allow a diverse group of students to play and enjoy the program's benefits.
A fun, relaxing time to get away from school, get some competition in. Everybody loves a little bit of competition, let out a little bit of anger, but at the same time enjoy some fun with everybody and get a nice run and get some cardio in there.
Ventura says the sports program provides students with a physical outlet, social interaction, and a break from work. Ventura says, come play intramural sports. It's a great time for friends and fitness. Jody Parkinson, Fresno State Focus.
The Fresno State Trap and Skeet Club hit their target after winning 3rd in a regional competition. The Lower West Coast Conference Championship Shotgun Bowl Series was held in Arizona on February 22nd. The group competed in the American Trap category of the series. American Trap is the main shooting style in the United States and Canada. Club member Sam Lord Huff moved on to a final round by himself and took 5th place in the competition. Here with me today is Trap and Skeet Team Student Club President Nate Chang. Thanks for having us, Nate.
Thank you, Mike.
So Nate, the Trap and Skeet Club is a relatively new club sport here on campus, yet did very, very well in Arizona. So can you tell me a little bit about the training that went into this competition?
Well, prior to going to Arizona, we had several practices at the Kingsburg Gun Club, which is a local trap facility about 30 minutes away. We practiced 4 weeks consecutively, and after that, we sent the guys to Arizona, and they did very well. We have 5 young, talented gentlemen who are a part of our team, and they represented us very well in Arizona.
So this is a relatively new club sport on campus, so can you tell me a little bit about the process of growing the club and getting the flights and everything taken care of?
We actually didn't fly, we drove to Arizona. It happened so quickly that we had to piece things together very quick. As far as the growth of our club, we are currently the fastest growing club on campus. We have over 150 members, and we just continue to grow.
Wow, so do any of these members of the club have any previous gun or shooting experience?
Several of our members have hunted and been involved in shooting all their lives, and we also have several members who have never handled a gun in their lives. You know, we're one of the most accepting clubs on campus. We take in anybody who has a passion for shooting or would like to even get into sports. It doesn't just have to be trap shooting, it can be pistol shooting or rifle shooting. We want to have everyone shooting and getting a passion for shooting sports.
So obviously you guys need a practice, and it's a little different. You can't just have like a soccer field. So what practice facilities do you guys work on your aim at?
Well, there's several facilities within the Central Valley that we've shot at. The Kingsburg Gun Club in Kingsburg, the Fresno Trap and Skeet in Kerman, as well as the Sun Mountain Gun Club in Coarsegold have all been very accepting of us going over there and shooting. They help us with discounted rates as well as providing extended times for us to go and shoot.
Okay, so you guys did very, very well in your first tournament, and there's another tournament coming up in Texas. What steps are you guys taking to make sure that you guys place in the top 3 or take the competition?
Well, we will be participating in Division III, which is for clubs that are 10 and under, and we're going to be sending nine men over to Texas to participate in the tournament. Right now, we are raising funds to get us there. We have all of our registration and ammo paid for, but we're raising money in order to get us. We're going to be driving, so to raise money for fuel and hotel expenses. One thing that we're doing to raise money is we're hosting a fundraiser at Tacos Marquitos Mexican Restaurant next Thursday, in which 10% of all of their sales between 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. will go towards getting us to Texas.
All right, perfect. Is there any last comments you would like to add about the gun club?
Not many extra comments. All I wanted to say is that we're a club that is supporting our Second Amendment rights and the rights of every person within California. We're also not just about firearms, we're about safety and awareness on campus, and we have participated in countless hours of community service from Kids Day to food drives and food distributions with the ASI crew. So I'd just like to thank you for having me on the air today,
no
and
problem.
I appreciate it.
I'd like to thank you, Nate. I've been speaking with Fresno State Trap and Skeet Club President Nate Chang. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry. The Fresno State cheer team put down its pom-poms and took part in the first cheer competition of the season. Reporter Tamara Hill was there for the exhibition.
Clovis West High School hosted its 31st annual Pep and Cheer Showcase. The Fresno State cheer team was there to show high school students how it's done on the college level. Fresno State cheer captain Savannah Castaneda has been cheering for the Bulldogs since she was a freshman.
Cheering at the game, you're cheering towards the crowd. You want to get them pumped up, ready, excited to cheer on the actual team that's playing. But during competition, we're competing against other teams, actually trying to get the crowd as pumped. We're trying to give a performance.
You may have seen the Fresno State cheer team cheer for basketball games, football games, and volleyball games. But not very often do you get to see the Fresno State cheer team exhibit their talent at a competition.
And that's what they did at Clovis West. Traditionally, pep and cheer teams aren't recognized as athletes, but Fresno State cheer coach Emmy Jennings disagrees.
Cheerleading is most definitely a sport because they are athletes. We train, we lift girls up. They have to be precise when they're holding each other up.
Cheerleader Fatima Magallanes is trying to change the perception.
Those that feel like they know about the sport kind of just blows off, like they're not really cheerleaders, they kind of just do very flimsy things, or all they do is go out and wave their pom-poms, but that's not the case at all.
Magallanes says it's important to give cheerleaders the respect they deserve. After all, they hold the lives of their teammates literally in the palm of their hands.
Wow, those girls do have crazy, amazing cheer moves, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah. It's also a sport, as some might not consider it, but cheerleading is a sport.
Definitely is. Mikey, do you think you can do some of those moves up there?
Definitely don't think I'm athletic enough to pull some of those, so those ladies are athletes for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
They definitely are.
And then also, speaking of sports, the Trap and Skeet team, first ever competition, we have somebody place 5th out of 120-something participants. That's crazy.
That is. I have actually never even heard of that sport before, so that is amazing. You learn something new every day, right?
Yes. And as well, we informed the audience something new. We learn, they learn.
You guys ever shoot some clay pigeons or anything?
No.
Yeah,
never
definitely.
have. I don't think I ever will.
Never have? You said you did?
No, not now. And I don't think I will.
No. Have you?
I have not been around guns that much, other than going to the carnival and shooting some water into the balloons, but that's about it.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Well, next week on Fresno State Focus, we'll learn what students can do to help a roommate struggling with a mental health disorder.
Plus, we'll hear the story of the first Fresno State student to ever earn a scholarship to the University of Cambridge.
And we'll catch up with the Fresno State rugby team. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.